Colten?
Awesome. Thanks, Kate. And hi, everyone. I'm Colten Ratz, founder of the Family Office Factory. It's a media and insights platform dedicated on the importance of networking within the family office space. My role isn't the technical ESG analysis side. I wouldn't consider myself an ESG expert. However, my day-to-day is spent talking with family office leaders and next-gen decision makers about alignment, values, and long-term investing. What I keep hearing in those conversations is that family offices aren't approaching ESG as a checklist or a framework. They're asking whether an investment reflects the family's values, legacy, and relationships. So my contribution today is the relational and next gen perspective, how family offices actually make decisions, what influences those decisions, and how values are shaping where capital goes.
Colten, it's your turn now, and thank you for being such a gentleman to wait for as the last one.
Oh, thank you for having me, and that was fantastic. I appreciate you sharing all that. Yeah, but from my seat, kind of listening to what CIOs and next gens are prioritizing, it seems like alignment and purpose are becoming, just as important as returns. So I have a couple points I want to talk about, kind of all focused on like governance, alignment, access, and next gen influence. First one being, family offices make decisions through relationships, not presentations. This is something that I realized. My old job, I was in charge of sourcing investors to come to a event coordinating company, Marcus Evans, where I built a lot of really good relationships with family offices. And one of my favorite things to do would be to go up to the investors after the one-on-one meetings and really ask them, what stood out to you, what didn't you like about this presentation. And one thing I really noticed is, people always invest in people they believe in and align with their values. That's the one thing that I've really took away from talking to all those people and figuring out what they're looking for. Deals often start with trust and shared values, not a pitch deck. So the importance of being in the room and just building relationships and networking is so important. And I think that's kind of what the next gen is seeing. So you want to know who you're speaking with before. Also, you don't want to pitch to someone unless it aligns with what they invest in and what their values are. You want to do your research and make sure that it is something that they've invested in the past or something that they're looking to invest in before trying to pitch something to a family office. That's often how you hurt relationships. Also, next gen leaders are pushing more purpose-driven investing. They care about long-term impact. I think it's because they kind of the ones that have to deal with the results. They see things more in long term, and so that's been a huge something I've been noticing a lot is people wanting to invest in impact, and every family's different. They all get go through different things and value different aspects. So but yeah, wanting to make a difference in the world and a purpose-driven investing seems like super important right now. And they also see the importance of networking and collaborating with new family offices. That's kind of another thing I've been seeing is like the co-investing within family offices. It's so important, and a lot of the smaller family offices don't have access, or they're still trying to figure out how to navigate the family office space. So it's so important to have resources that the larger family offices have, so they don't miss out on those opportunities, and they can collaborate and start co-investing with other family offices. I recently spoke with a family office who passed on a strong financial deal simply because the founder's values didn't align. They thought it sounded like a great investment opportunity. They thought we could probably make money off this, but didn't really see eye to eye with the GP, and didn't align with their values. So they decided to after their due diligence decided to pass on it. And I think that's just an example of what we're seeing. It's becoming more and more common to make sure that investments align with what your impact that you want to have on the world. But yeah, that's kind of what I have. I have a question kind of for you guys just to pick your brains and see what you think. But do you think the future of ESG and family offices is driven more by governance or by values?
Whoa, okay. That's a hard one. What about you guys?
I'm happy to provide some insight. That's an interesting question, and I think it's a little bit of both. The older the family dynamic is, I think it has more reliance on governance, and the younger the other side. And you're seeing a battle of this, and I had this conversation just yesterday. I was like, people need to understand that governance encompasses the soft stuff too. It's not just about legal structure and, dictating what goes where and who gets control of what, and, kind of just the ABCs of it all, but the nuances between all of that, and understanding actually the emotional and soft skill piece of making those decisions. And I think it is the younger generation that wants to make the policy and governance piece match their purpose instead of their purpose matching their governance. And so that's a really interesting question. And I think that people should be thinking it that way.